Morning everybody. Oh, let me get myself comfy. I just have to turn the video on and then sit back down again because yeah, and then I can see that it's actually recording. Anyway, today we're talking about washi tapes. If you remember, we chose that last week. This is a box of washi tapes. I've got another box with equally as many in it, just different styles. Washi tapes come in, well, you can see loads and loads. There's one with deers on, there's floral, you've got plain ones, patterned ones, sort of like paint splashes, I suppose that is really. We have words somewhere, and these are like tickets, and they're low tack tape, which means that they're very easy to stick down. It's not always easy to get the backing off of them, and yeah, but there are ways of doing that, but I normally struggle, and I normally end up using my nail, which unfortunately I've had to cut recently, so it's not as good as it normally is. But that said, today I'm just going to show you a few things that we can do with washi tape. So before we get started, we'll move that out of the way, and I've sorted out a few projects, if you like, just very quick ones that I can show you. But before we do that, let's choose what we're going to do for the next video, because as I said in the last one, I'm quite likely to forget to do this. Oh gosh, there we go. Right, let's have a good old shake around. Let's see what we've got this time. Stenciling. Okay, stenciling, next video. I'll put that to one side to remind me. Now then, let's put this away and let's get started. So last week I showed you how to do this little booklet, and if you remember, I said that I was going to go away and cut the edges of the signature down because they were hanging over the edge. I've cut them down. I don't think they're too much, because sometimes when you add page edges, you know, you want to see them along the edge of your actual cover. So I think this will be fine. But I just thought I'd show you, where are we, how we add this washi tape. I don't know if you can see that. It's got imitation print on it. Doesn't really say anything at all. It's just sort of pretend print. So this is a see-through, and they're called, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it now. PET, P-E-T tape. These are notoriously difficult to get off the backings, but the top of it is sticky, and the back of it has like a clear, where are we? Can you see, like a cellophane backing to it. So what I might do with this, because it is quite wide, and if I put it down like this, it's going to take up virtually the whole of the page. So I think what I might do is actually cut up through the middle. If it was a paper tape, I would tear it to give a fancy edge, but I'm not going to be able to do that with this. So I think all I'll just do is just sort of cut it a bit wavy so it doesn't look too neat. I'm going to use this side because it's got a nice straight edge for going up down the edge of the journal. And because this is the first time I've used this tape, I have got a bit of an overlap there, which is handy, because it does come in handy. So what I'm going to do, and hopefully this goes right on camera, is I'm just going to lay it down. That's it, on the edge of the paper, and then, if you can see without my hands getting in the way, I'm just going to gradually push this down and pull away the backing tape. There we go. So it's just slightly longer than my page, but it just gives a decorative edge to it. You can do that with florals, plains, with any tape at all, just adds a bit of interest. So before it gets stuck to anything else, I'm just going to trim the edges off, because you can see they just overlap a little bit. Like so. Take that off, because otherwise that gets stuck to everything as well. Pop that in my bin. And I think it's okay at the top. We'll just check. There's a very slight overlap at the top. If you don't do that, then it'll get stuck to everything else that's in the book if you're not careful. Right, I've got that stuck to me now and it won't come off. Oh, yeah, it's gone. So as I say, I just wanted to show you the book, now it's been cut down, and just how we will put it on here. What else was I going to say? Something else we can do with it is use it to like a bit like sellotape, I suppose. So if I choose another page, let's go for the centre page. In here, excuse the Merry Christmas, but these are handy little boxes, really sturdy. But in here I have got, let's just move that out of the way. It's where I keep all my old photos of people, things that I cut out of magazines. Some are digitally printed. It's all old photographs. Sure, does that look like Winston Churchill? I'm not sure. Could be. The man going about his business. Looks like he's going off to work. But as you can see, there's loads in there, loads and loads. Lots of little ones of different people over the ages. But these are like passport pictures, really, aren't they? He looks kind, doesn't he? Got a lovely face. So I've chosen this one today. Let's put them back in the box so they don't get lost. And what I've decided to do is back it with some book paper. So I'm literally going to tear out just an odd shape, doesn't even matter what it looks like. Make sure I get all the print on it. Like so. Yep. Now I'm going to brown the edges of this, so it's stain the edges rather, should I say. Can't find my brown ink. I thought I'd got everything ready and prepared, but I hadn't. Let's try this one. Let's see if this works. This is called Distress ink, and I guess it does what it says on the tin. It distresses the paper. But if I go around the edges, just where I've torn it, you'll see that it highlights them. It probably won't show up much here, but it'll show up when I put it on the paper. It just makes them look aged, as if they've been knocking about for years and years. Just go around the edge. I don't know if this has a special name for doing this, I don't know. Just talk amongst yourselves while I finish it off. Might put just a few. Take the, if you can see whether I'm still in shot. There we go. Just to take the newness away from it. Put the lid back on so it doesn't dry up. Actually, I might go around the edge of the photo too. Did you get a chance to look at the making a notebook? What did you think? Did it turn out okay? It was a bit of a... Sorry I didn't upload it when I said I was going to, but I completely forgot. Blame it on old age. Right, so I'm going to stick this one down and let's get my trusty glue that I use for everything and just hope it's working today and not gummed up like it sometimes gets. Is it coming down? No, it's going to decide to gum up, isn't it? Let's try the little one. Same glue, small pot. As I say, these things always go wrong when you're filming. Oh yeah, it's coming out. So around the edge. And then a little bit in the middle. Stick it down. Make sure the edges are all down. And then this photograph will do the same. Excuse me, I've got a very croaky throat this morning. I had a throat operation many years ago, and ever since then I've always had a croaky throat. It's not even a, what I call an attractive croak. It's just my voice comes and goes. Doesn't have to be in the centre. Put it wherever you want. There we go. That's the start of it. Now then, somewhere around here, I put down some tape. What did I do with that tape? Talk amongst yourselves again. Sue's lost the tape. Let me find another one. That'll do. Right. So literally, it just because it's old looking, it looks like it's been there in donkey's years. I literally, all I do is tear a piece off. Don't even have to be the same size. Put a little bit of glue on it. Stick it down in the corners like this. It just looks like it's been stuck in years and years and years ago. You could just use the low tack glue on the back of the tape, but I find that that kind of can lift up after a while. So I tend to give it some moral support with this other glue. There you go. And then you've got the start of a new page that you've started to decorate. So it just looks as though it's been in there for a long time. Okay, so that's one idea of to use it. I'd say you can go down the side, you can go across the bottom. There's all sorts you can do. So that's in a journal. So I'll put that one up and out of the way because I've finished with that one now. The next idea I had was to do a tag. Just a normal little tag. Some old music paper. So what I'm going to do here, again like I did before, is I'm just going to tear it roughly to the size this is. I'm not going to cover the top up because it's quite a pattern, that piece, so I don't think I'll be able to get that shape again. I quite like seeing the craft colour of it as well. I think it's quite nice. So you're going to cover a lot of this music paper up as well. I never throw these bits away because you can guarantee I can use them for something else. So does that fit on? Let's have a look, see. Yeah, it just sticks out a little bit, doesn't it? But that'll be fine. So we'll glue this one down. Again, I could have done the edges in that brown. I've forgotten, and now put the glue on. It's going to get a bit messy, so we won't bother with this one. There we go. Then this is, remember I showed you this in sort of a beigey colour. It's the table runner that I bought, and I said you get loads and loads of it. Well, they did it in green as well, and I thought, you know, I quite like that. It's a bit different, isn't it? So I thought, well, we'll have some of that down as well. So put down the glue. Just adds a little bit of texture and a little bit of interest. Lay that down. So you can lay it down crease. It doesn't matter at all. It's quite forgiving. I'll just catch it at the edges so that it doesn't peel off. There we go. And then I bought this, I think I bought a metre of it. It's butterflies all together. Let's see if I can show you what I mean. All different colours, look. Aren't they pretty? Lots and lots of different ones. And I just literally carefully cut them where they've been stitched to the one in front. So you can see how many you get for just a metre of them. So I decided on the pink for this one. And there is a right and a wrong side. This is that's the right side because you can see by the stitching it's a lot neater than this side. This is just a tad untidy. So what we're going to do is just put some glue. Just put the glue around the solid bits, you don't have to put it through the holes or anything. That's it. And then this is just an offcut of, I think it was some net curtaining I found in I get a lot of stuff in charity shops, or I go to craft de-stash events, yeah, and places like that, and it's amazing what you can find. So, and you can use such tiny little bits. So we just poke this through. Like so. And then, maybe we should have cut it a bit bigger than this, really. Actually, that's not going to go through. So what we'll do is we'll tie a knot, just as good. Get one end, tie it through. So if you're into all this kind of craft work, look out whilst you're out and about. Look out, go pop into a charity shop. They've normally got an area where they've got paper making stuff and crafts and stamps and stuff like that. Or look at where the haberdashery is, or look at where the curtains and that are. It's amazing what you can find. Clothing, you can pull clothing apart and use it. So there we go. So there's your little tag. I didn't use any washi tape, did I? Which was the whole point of this. So we'll add it now. Let's use this one here. If I can lift that up. No, that's stuck. Never mind. There we go. We'll tie this down the centre so we've only got a small piece of it. Stick that down there. Give it some support. Right. I'll try and remember to upload this video on time. The reason I do it overnight is because I found that with YouTube, it is such a busy channel that people are uploading stuff onto it, as you can imagine, daily, all through the day. And it just takes forever and ever for anything to get uploaded. This took me overnight. I started it at about midnight. Not this one, the other one I did the other day. Yes, it was about, I think it was about midnight, just before I went to sleep. And I left it running overnight. And then when I looked at it this morning, it uploaded and it said that it took 3 hours. 3 hours to upload like a 20-minute video. It just shows you, doesn't it, how long it takes. And I guess in the middle of the night, you know, there's not so many UK people about. Obviously, there's people from all over the world. But I seem to have hit it right with that timing. So I'm going to keep doing that because it works for me. So if I try and do it during the day, then, yeah, I'll still be there. And then I can't use my phone, obviously, of course. There you go. There's a couple of bits of washi tape added onto that. Perhaps it would have been better if I'd have put this over the top. But you get the idea of what I mean. But it's still a pretty little tag to use. And really, it only took a few minutes, didn't it? So that's the tag. So we'll put that one up there as well. Now, what's next? I'll show you what I did. I've wanted to do one of these for a long time. I saw it online and I thought, oh yeah, I'll have a go at that. But I've never got round to it. So this is my book where I just put all bits and pieces in. That's there to show you where it is. I made this washi tape bird. And I think he's rather cute. So I found in a book, I found a picture of a bird that I liked, and what I did was I traced it, got some tracing paper, traced the copy out. Then I traced it onto, no I didn't, traced it onto here so that I had a bit more of a solid, rather than tracing paper is quite thin. So I traced it onto this thicker paper. And obviously cut it out. Then I put this onto this greaseproof paper. So I put it on the non-shiny side, around there, and then I've laid it down, taped it because it moves about all over the place, and then I've covered it in washi tape like this. So under there you will see, oh no, you can't see because I've papered it down. Anyway, under there is a picture of a bird, and here is its wing. Okay, so what I'm going to do today whilst you're here is I'm just going to cut this out and we'll see what we get. As I say, it's not my idea, it's one I saw and pinched offline, and I can't remember who I saw it off of now. So because you've drawn it onto this paper, you can see through it, which is brilliant. And put it on the sticky side, I'll explain why when we do it. So I'm going to cut it out roughly to start off with, so I've not got lots of bits of paper waggling about. Oops, mustn't forget the wing. Let's cut the wing out first. I suggest if you're going to do this that you press down pretty hard, or give it some support with your other glue, because it has a tendency to want to come off. And when you cut round, leave a bigger area that you can grab hold of. I'm not sure this is going to work. This took me quite a while yesterday, trying to get the paper off of it. Yeah, it's coming off. You have to just be very careful, because where you've overlapped it, it wants to split. I'll leave that for a minute until we cut out the main bird. So let's have a think. Where am I going to do this? What I'm trying to say is leave a piece of the backing paper exposed so that you can actually grab it and pull it off, because once it's stuck to the washi tape, it becomes difficult. So I'm just going to sort of bend that back. I know what I'm doing. Suspense. Oops. There we go. Obviously the bird doesn't have to be as big as this. It doesn't have to be lifelike. You can do quirky birds. I quite like quirky birds. Big long legs. And once you've done this, you could maybe put it on a greetings card, or you could put it on a quite a large tag and use it as a gift tag. Right, let's see if this is going to work, shall we? I mean about it splitting, it's a little bit fiddly. Once you get it going, it's not too bad, but it's just slowly does it. I think I ought to find something to actually stick this bird onto as well. So what should we put it onto? I might have a blank greeting card. Let's have a look, see. I just hope it will fit. Oh, it will do. It won't go. It's not going to go that way on, is it? No, we'll have to have a greeting card that opens this way. Are you with me so far? Good. once again, pulling it off slowly, pressing down so that you're getting all the tape together. Hope and pray that it works. Ooh. Oh, I've just gone over the edge and I can cut that off. And there you are, you have your bird. I think he's rather sweet. I was looking, oh, it looks like he's got a mark on him there. That's the underneath card. I was hoping for a sort of a robin effect, but I'm not sure that I've actually achieved that because he's, I don't know, he's got a reddish chest, hasn't he? So then I just get, that's probably the wrong marker. Let's have a look at a proper marker. Get a marker, give him an eye, roughly. Here. And then he needs a couple of legs. Like so. And then I just draw in a very, very rough log just for him to stand on, otherwise he's in the middle of nowhere, isn't he? Just bring him down, give him some feet for him to grip onto. Something like that. Right, so he's now on the log. I'll just give the log some markings. Like so, might make his eye a little bit bigger. And I might give him some definition to his beak. But now what he needs is his wing. So let's have a look and see what's happening here with the wing. And if I can actually cover that blob up. I think I can. There we go. So what do you think? Could have done with going over that way a little bit. But as always, things happen on camera and they don't turn out like they should do. I think it's a kind of a nervous thing. So we're just going to, maybe he's just landed a bit too far full backwards. Misjudged his landing. So I think that's it. I think that's everything I was going to show you. I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed showing you it. And next week, of course, next time rather, I won't say next week, we are going to be doing stenciling. So there's various ways of doing stenciling too. So I'll look that out and I'll sort out some nice ways. I've got so many stencils. I just love stencils. So yeah, I'll show you that next time. So bye for now. Have a lovely Easter. Oh no, you'll see this after Easter. I hope you had a lovely Easter. I'm sorry, I'm working a week ahead of myself. So yeah, I hope you had a lovely Easter and I hope the weather was nice. I don't think it sounds like it's not going to promise to be, but it's not very often we get a decent Easter, is it? Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to go and I'll catch up with you next time. So bye.